everybody, and welcome to another episode of Book HQ. So today I'm going to be talking about Ghost of Me, which is a book by Amanda Steele. I haven't read a book about ghosts in like a super long hot minute, so I kind of also didn't really know what to expect of it. I'll just give you a bit of context of what my feel of the book was. So I had an interview with a literary agent last week, and she was saying a literary agent will look at the first chapter and the first few pages in that chapter, and if the work doesn't sink its hooks into them, they will just put it to the side, because the idea is to step into whatever story that is being weaved with the mindset of a prospective reader. When I read this book by Amanda Steele, that's the way that I can describe it. Like, I started reading it, I kept on reading until I physically could not anymore. The first few pages just grab you. It's very immediate and very urgent. So the story is about Sara Winters, and it opens with her soul waking up in the morgue next to her corpse. And so she's trying to figure out if it's a dream or if it's not. And she looks at her corpse and she realizes from what she's seeing that there was foul play involved. And so she's trying to figure out her new way of existing, because she's there but not all there. And so you as the reader kind of feel the frustration with her, because she's trying to interact with the world and the world isn't responding to her interaction the way it would, because now she no longer has a physical body. And so it's really frustrating for her kind of adjusting to that new way of being. But it's also interesting to discover with her the new things that she can do now that she's no longer like a physical person. She can sort of teleport, but she can also travel back and forth in time in a real way, where she can go to like specific moments and really relive those moments. I really liked about the story that it's dark and it's grim, but it's also got a lot of humor. There's kind of a lot of references also to things like she meets this person called Steve, and Steve can see and hear ghosts. And so like she appears in his apartment because she sort of has a breakthrough with being able to talk to her partner. She just like bursts into Steve's apartment and she's so excited. He makes this joke. He's like, yeah, when you burst in here with your chains or whatever. And I was like, A Christmas Carol. It's also nice to see that Sara, even though she's dead, she's still very human and empathetic and very likable. She's enlisted help from Steve. Like, she wants to know about him, she wants to comfort him, she wants to help him. So we also see like a lot of the people who made up her life. So her mom, who's a narcissist, and then she has a sister, and then she has Paul, who I've said before is her partner, but like she knew him from the time that she was a child. And there's this sort of like enemies to lovers or soulmates type of story. A really interesting part about the story is that the person who did this to her, we get sort of insight into what he's going through and thinking and feeling as he's about to do this heinous thing to her, and as he actually does it. And that's really chilling. The kind of insight and depth that we get from being in his headspace. And I think also what makes it especially grisly is that it's someone she knows. So I'm not going to give everything away. I think, you know, you should definitely read it for yourself if you can. It was really, really well written. I really, really enjoyed it. I was very surprised by it. It gets a 2 thumbs up. I definitely recommend that you go out and read it, and I will put all of her social media places in the video description section below. Join me again next time for another episode of Book HQ, and until next time, keep reading and keep watching. Bye bye.